Hey guys, so apparently we've had another mass shooting. So I'm gonna break this one down for you. Okay, first thing you need to do is you need to go look up the town. When you Google it, the first picture that comes up is a picture of the town, and I shit you not, it looks like the Pentagon. I shit you not. I can't make this shit up no more. So, the newscast that I've heard, I got to be careful on how I say this because I don't want to get them, these fools. So, it starts with a C, ends with an N. So, go look that one up. There's a big old panel that are going at it, and they're talking about it. First off, since COVID-19, since when did a mall, any mall for that matter in this country, is full? I've yet to see a full mall. I'm in St. George, I'm in Salt Lake, Provo, all these major cities, and the malls are empty and most of the stores are completely gone. So I'm starting to wonder, was this a false flag? I'm not saying it to be mean, but I'm starting to think this. Now, I'm wondering if this Pentagon picture is something that we need to be concerned about, because all the media, you'd have to be a retard not to realize that the media is state-run by the government. We can't be that ignorant. Well, yeah, we can. Anyway, I think what they were saying in the video was a shout-out to the government. The reason why I say this is because they were immediately attacking 3 different calibers. 5.56, that would be .223, AR-15s. They didn't say what kind of gun this was yet. They immediately attacked the 7.62 by 39, that would be AK-47 or SKS. Now, for a gun person like I am, and I pay real close attention to the nonsense that these people are up to, because it's a bunch of nonsense at this time. This is a buzzword that I've never, ever, ever, ever heard them say. This is disturbing me to hear this buzzword. 30 caliber. Wait a minute here. 30 caliber? Where the hell did the 30 caliber come into this equation? I haven't heard anybody talk about a 30 cal. Okay, first off, 30 caliber is a hunting weapon. Okay, that's like your one of your main hunting rifles in the United States. Okay, you're talking 308, 30-06. Okay, so now I'm stepping back a little bit and I'm watching what's been going on with Ukraine and all this nonsense. Are they trying to take the 30 caliber rounds because they're going to send them all over to Ukraine? Okay, the only military rifles that I know of that shoot 30 caliber are an M1 Garand. Okay, you're talking FNFAL, that would be 75 countries worldwide use that for a main battle rifle. You're talking the French Moss, that's 308. But the main rifle in this country for hunting is 308 and 30-06. So you're talking like the Model 70 Winchester, you're talking all the main hunting rifles. I mean, it's one of the most versatile rounds there is on this planet. I don't care what anybody says. I'm a Second Amendment man. I am a 30 caliber freak when it comes to that round. You could go from anywhere from 55 grain all the way up to 208 grain. It all depends on what you want to do with the rifle. I mean, why are they talking about this 30 caliber round? Okay, AK round ain't 30 caliber. Okay, and okay, did this freak have a A10? Okay, first off, A10s, they weigh like 13, 14 pounds. Why? I can't imagine somebody going around going batshit crazy with an A10. Okay, to carry around that much ammo, that's a lot of weight. That's why the military went to 223, because it weighs so much. It's just, none of this is making any sense to me. I've been wrapping my head around what I heard, and it's just not making no sense. Now, these idiots that are walking around outside this mall, okay, I'm not trying to be funny, man, but these guys were laughing and carrying on like a bunch of fools. Go look this video up, okay? Now, I don't know what this is. I don't know who died, what didn't die. I don't know. It's here nor there. But the buzzwords they're using, why are they using these buzzwords? The tactical gear. What?
Ukraine. They want to collect it for Ukraine.
Oh, yeah. I personally think they're going to go after this ammo because they're running. Oh, okay. So I think on one of my videos I reported that we got two factions fighting over U.S. military weaponry. Okay. So this is how stupid we are in this country. Okay, so this equipment was made for World War II. We're talking Lake City and a couple other ones, but the main one was Lake City. This equipment was made in the 40s, okay? They can't get it up and running properly. You got two morons that are being the boss, like who's got the biggest balls of them all kind of a thing going on with these two clowns. Why don't you figure out that maybe we ought to retool this country and get it back on track, bring in some of these veterans that they're not taking care of in this country, bring them in and teach these stiletto wearing, fishnet stocking, rainbow, whatever the hell they are.
Atrocity to our military.
I don't understand what this is all about. But why don't we bring them in and teach these idiots, non-brain functioning people how to run this equipment? It doesn't take that, it's not that hard. That's what I personally think is going on. I think they're going to go after the civilian market for 30 caliber. That would be 308 and 30-06. I think that's what they're going to do. They got a surplus of World War II military hardware. I think that's what they're going to do. The only way that they can bring that in there and give it to the Ukrainians or whoever the hell else they're going to be fighting over there like a bunch of idiots over nothing is to drag it over there.
Basically take our rights away, take our stuff away, so they can give it to other countries to go fight agendas for us to keep the chaos going in other countries, causing non-stop, continuous divide, war, and unbelievable incompetence on every level from all leaders all around everywhere about everything. They are not fixing the basic cause of all of this, and it's the basic brainwashing that they perpetrate on all of us for their own agendas over and over and over, and they use our safety and our security against us as tools to keep us in fear.
I just said that Lake City and all them were there since the 40s to make ammunition. What was the main weapons during World War II? That was 30 caliber. You had the 30 cal carbine, you had the 45 ACP, that would be the Tommy gun, you had the 30 caliber machine gun, and then you had the M1 Garand. That was all the main weaponry that we used in World War II for our military. Well, all the equipment that they have in all these facilities is all tooled for that. That's what they all make. Okay? So it's not set up. I don't know how to express this any more than I can. Something nefarious is going on. I don't know what it is, and every single time I've saved something, a couple weeks later, I'm vindicated. Every time. So, I'm saying, pay attention. I keep talking about the 5, okay? You will need them real fast at the rate that they're going right now. This is escalating, okay? We got supposedly mass shootings every couple of days. You got idiots out there, okay? The world is full of idiots, okay? If you're pro-Second Amendment, I'm going to tell you right now, and I'm going to be point blank with you, that kind of bullshit, and that's just what it is, bullshit, false flag bullshit, ain't going on in the state I live in. Everybody here is packing openly.
Well,
I mean, it's...
the state we live in is an open carry, so you don't see as much stupidity is what he's trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. You don't see as much stupidity
The
in
only
states where that
people-
is.
The only people that are running their pie holes, because that's what it is the stupid tourists that come in from out of Cali or Washington or Oregon, stuff like that.
They
that
bring
see
their
it.
agendas into those
Their
states.
mindset.
They bring. I bet you Texas is probably an open carry too.
It is.
So
They just
they're
went-
going to have to do this in the open carry states to show how unhinged the open carry states are. It's all mind games, people.
But it is not the people that are out being law-abiding citizens doing this crap.
No, it's the mentally deranged
need
being
to-
controlled by the signals because they're hooked up to their whole mind game system through the shot in the arm, and they're just sending out the signals and coding somebody to go on a killing rampage, and then voila, you got a killing rampage, and they got all their journalists there as soon as it happens because they have it all planned to happen.
These people, they need to address the mental health issues in this country. There's some serious mental health issues. I'm not saying that we need to lock them up, throw away the key, but you need to do something with this mental health issue. Okay? They're out of control. These people are just like on steroids, stupid.
Insanity's the new normal, and normal is not accepted anymore.
Okay, now the video I watched, I was disturbed at the end of it. Okay, that woman literally said, "This ain't about God and it ain't about faith." Okay, take the faith out of the equation because that's just a farce. Okay, it's either you know or you don't. It's one or the other. There's no gray in between, and they use the word faith for gray areas. Okay, it's either you know that there's a God in Jesus Christ, and that's who your Savior is, and that's who's going to get you there, or you don't. There's no in between. Now, about 14 years ago or more, they started taking God out of the equation, out of everything. Started taking the 10 Commandments away from the town halls, from out of churches, from out in front of churches, all that stuff. They took God out of the Pledge of Allegiance, all this nonsense. I'm surprised they haven't taken it off of our money yet. That's how freaking ignorant these
their
people
God
are.
is money,
Oh,
and that
oh.
is their symbol for their God.
All right. Bring
Their
God
upside down
back
pyramid.
into the equation. Bring the family back together. Give incentives for fathers to be a part of children's lives, and I'm speaking from experience. All mothers that use their children as weapons ought to be brought out into the town square, buried right up to here, and every single person ought to be throwing rocks at them.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Making a child into a commodity is a freaking despicable display
It's disgusting.
of love.
It's disgusting. And to teach a child just because you're a sperm donor?
Sperm donor paycheck.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
all you are, Daddy.
So this is turned into a generational thing now, okay? I don't have a problem with people getting help when they need it. Believe me, I don't. I don't have not one bit of iota of a problem. If somebody's in an abusive relationship, I got no problem with getting away from it for the wife's sake, the children's sake. But when you turn it into generational, that's a problem.
Shame on the entire world for letting
For
us get
allowing
to
it
this
to
point
happen.
and giving control of how we conduct our families to a family court.
And then teach the courts that no matter what a guy says, he's a scumbag. That's crock.
Yeah,
That's
giving
a
all
crock.
the power to the mother and making the father a piece of
it's
crap in
unreal.
the child's eye. And then promoting it through every avenue possible throughout culture that is cool.
Not just that, but it teaches the kids that the father is a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
And he's not.
Yeah.
That's what bothers me the most about that. Okay? I'm speaking from experience. I got
Parental alienation.
this going on steroids with my own children. And if you literally ask any one of my kids, has your dad ever spanked you? No.
Has he done
Has
anything?
your dad ever molested you? No.
Why?
Has you ever been to jail for non-payment of child support? No. So if you got a person like me that does exactly what I'm supposed to do because I got a noose around my neck continuously until I had to stop paying child support. Now, those kids have grown up their entire life skeptical of their own father. I can't. I'm gonna say this. I think it's pretty freaking disgusting. I do. So when the kids think that's normal, okay, I'm gonna say this, and I had a chat with my son last fall. We're talking like 8 months ago about me being involved with my grandson's life. You know what's a crock of shit? I'm going to tell you this flat out. So the reason why I'm saying this is because I can't even call my own son when he's around his family. Why?
Deep instilled hate.
It's weird.
Not allowed to be a part of his own grandchild's life freely because the
baby mama.
The deep hate instilled on every level about sperm donor paycheck dad here is so ridiculously ingrained that they can't even see how cruel
what they're doing.
are.
That's why I brought up the God. Put God back in. Put the family values back together.
Moral compass.
Oh, Jesus. Put the moral compass back together. Love your family. You know, you don't pick and choose who your parents are. You don't. And I'm going to tell you right now, if they're halfway decent people, love them. Love them for who they are. Don't worry about the Jordache jeans or a Ferrari in the driveway or whatever. That's the love of money. Why don't you just be appreciative of what you have and enjoy what you have?
What society and the courts and all these parental alienators out there have done is instilled in the children that material things are more valuable and expression of love than actually having a free relationship with their own flesh and blood freely. And they have made the stepdaddy and the presents and all that stuff more a symbol of love than having just a regular family. Family is not family anymore, and the courts have dictated, and the movies and the video games and all this shit, and society and the broken governments and all this shit, the broken minds, the common core, all this low functioning shit has completely polluted the youth generational minds, that they see the evil as good, and when you're trying to be good, you're an aggravating asshole.
What even gets even funnier is when you break down the family values of this, when a parent talks to their child and it gets to the point where you open your mouth, they're instantly on Google trying to fact check you. That's insanity.
Freaking rude.
That, and then to throw it in your face. Okay, that's some moron's opinion on it. Just like everybody's got an asshole, everybody's got an opinion. I mean, it's just like an asshole. But at this point, that's where I think where a lot of this is coming from. I think the family values broke down to a point that we can't even wrap our heads around it anymore. And I think it's so far out of control that I think they're going to have to start taking their kids, bringing them out into the woods, beat their ass to a pulp, show them who's boss, period. That's the end of it. Put family back together. Put God back into the equation. I'm not telling you religion. I'm saying God.
God and religion are two
completely
different things.
Exactly.
God is God and religion is Caesar.
Well, it's a stepping stone.
Religion is
God.
Caesar.
All right. Anyway, guys, have a lovely day. Get the 5. See you next time.
Love
Bye.
y'all.